Hey there, you're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with a new episode of Dragon Age Origins. In the last episode, Nadea returned from her harrowing, her mage's test. She is now part of the Circle of Magi, and therefore no longer in danger of being made tranquil, having all of her emotions taken away, or being killed if she had failed the harrowing. And now she's been called to the office of Senior Enchanter, First Enchanter Irving. So let's go and talk to him and see what he has to say.
Many have already gone to Ostagar. Wynne, Aldred, and most of the senior mages. We've committed enough of our own to this war effort.
Your own? Since when have you felt such kinship with the mages, Gregor? Or are you afraid to let the mages out from under Chantry supervision, where they can actually use their Maker-given powers?
How dare you suggest?
Gentlemen, please. Irving, someone is here to see you.
Excuse me, First Enchanter, you sent for me?
If it isn't our new sister in the circle. Come, child.
This is...
Yes, this is she.
Well, Irving, you're obviously busy. We will discuss this later.
Of course. Well, and where was I? Oh, yes, this is Duncan of the Grey Wardens.
I think Nadea would be in awe of this man. It is a pleasure to meet you.
You've heard about the war brewing to the south, I expect. Duncan is recruiting mages to join the King's army at Ostagar.
Sometimes it's hard because the choices are not quite what she would say, so I have to kind of work them around a little bit. You mentioned a King's army, First Enchanter. Who are we fighting?
The darkspawn threat grows in the south. We need all the help we can get.
What's a darkspawn?
They are twisted monsters that dwell underground where the sun's light cannot touch them. They have formed into a horde in the Korcari Wilds and threaten to invade north into the valley. I fear if we don't drive them back, we may see another blight.
Duncan, you worry the poor girl with talk of blights and darkspawn. This is a happy day for her.
We live in troubled times, my friend.
We should seize moments of levity, especially in troubled times. The harrowing is behind you. Your phylactery was sent to Denerim. You are officially a mage within the Circle of Magi.
My phylactery has been sent to Denerim, sir.
You may not remember, but blood was taken from you when you first came to us. This blood is preserved within a phylactery.
So they can be hunted if they turn apostate.
We have few choices. The gift of magic is looked upon with suspicion and fear. We must prove we are strong enough to handle our power responsibly. You have done this. I present you with your robes, your staff, and a ring bearing the Circle's insignia. Wear them proudly, for you have earned them.
I can understand the fear around mages, not just with the history that we saw in the first episode's opening scene, but anyone who has the power to just make things appear or, kill someone with a flame from their hand. I can imagine that would create some fear in the populace who does not have that skill. Now, if everyone were able to do magic, I think it would be a different story. Okay, so, I am proud to be a part of the Circle, First Enchanter.
It goes without saying that you shall not discuss the harrowing with those who have not undergone the rite. Now then, take your time to rest, or study in the library. The day is yours.
Sir, I would like some fresh air. Might I leave the tower?
Not yet. Remember, the tower's walls protect us as much as they protect others from us.
I will return to my quarters.
Would you be so kind as to escort Duncan back to his room, child?
Certainly, First Enchanter, it would be my pleasure.
The guest quarters are on the east side of this floor, close to the library. Now, if you'll both excuse me, I have matters to discuss with Gregor.
Okay, we have some new stuff here. Magic staff, ring of study, mage robes, yay. She also has a number of acolyte staffs here. This is +1 magic and +2 spell power. I'm gonna give her an acolyte staff. And we'll also need to do some crafting, but I'll do that later on. Right now she has equipped 2 rings, +1 to all attribute, and +1 armor protection. And this is +1 to magic, so I'm going to trade this one out, if I can, with... Did I do that right? Yeah, I did. Okay. Private documents. I'm curious what the private documents are of use for besides just selling. They have a 40 silver coin value, which is nice. And I think I had already asked in the previous episode, but if you missed that one, I'd like to know what the blank vellum can be used for. If it can, you can write spells on it or anything, or if it's just some generic loot that you get. Okay, so that she's got a good staff here, ready to go. Perfect. Nice staff, just like Gregor's. And let's take Duncan back to his rooms. And he should be following us. Yes, he is. But before we get back to his rooms, I imagine that Nadea would be very curious. Good evening. And she would, before they got to his quarters, she would want to talk to him and ask him some questions.
Thank you for walking with me. I'm glad for the company.
I love his voice. Oh, they did a great job picking him out for the voice. Oh, it's so good. It's like butter. Butter! I wanted to talk to you a little more, if you don't mind, Grey Warden.
Yes? What about?
Tell me, please, exactly what Grey Wardens do.
Our duty is to battle darkspawn wherever they appear. We are elves, humans, and dwarves united by this common purpose.
Elves, such as myself?
Some of our most honored wardens have been elves. The hero Garahel, the last warden to slay an archdemon, was one such. The darkspawn threaten everyone. They do not distinguish between the races, and neither should we. Has being an elf in the circle been difficult?
When I first played through, I was really unsure as to how to answer this because I didn't, I haven't played her through that time. She's new to me. But I believe that she would have felt sometimes put to the outside, or wondered if she didn't get a boon or a grace or something like that, a benefit, and wondered if that may have been because of being an elf. So I think she would answer, it has been, at times, a little hard, yes.
It is hard to change perceptions. I've tried to reason with many, and failed. If one has always seen elves as less than human, it's hard to imagine them as something else.
I do like that the world is rich with, history and backstory, and as a result, some of those less wonderful tendencies like prejudice and racism. But it means it's something to fight against and change. Well, let's see. now that I am a mage, I believe that people should have more respect, perhaps even fear me.
You should want respect. Fear is just a different kind of hatred.
Have there been many darkspawn attacks?
A horde has formed within the Korkari Wilds in the south. If they are not stopped, they will strike north into the valley. We Grey Wardens believe that an archdemon is leading the horde.
What is an archdemon? You mentioned that one of my elfkind had killed one.
Darkspawn do attack the surface in ragtag bands, but archdemons are capable of rallying the darkspawn, turning them into an unstoppable force. A horde of darkspawn, a veritable army. It is dire news indeed. I fear this is what we will have to face.
And you had mentioned that an army is coming together to beat back this threat.
Yes, perhaps it will be enough if we play our cards right.
I thought all the darkspawn were destroyed in the last blight. Where are these others coming from?
We can't seem to eradicate them completely. Somehow they always come back.
I am surprised, though, to hear of an entire horde. Normally they're sighted only in small groups, if I understand correctly.
They usually move around in small groups, but there are always more of them, lurking underground, biding their time.
All right. Let's be off. I'd rather not think about it at this time, if you don't mind.
Avoiding a problem does not make it disappear. The darkspawn are a real threat we cannot ignore. But standing around talking solves nothing. Let us go.
All right.
Thank you for escorting me.
Your room has been prepared, sir. And I will let him go on about his business. And Jowen is waiting for us outside. Let's see what he wants.
I'm glad I caught up to you. Are you done talking with Irving?
Yes, I believe I am for now. How are you?
I need to talk to you. Do you remember what we discussed this morning?
Why are you whispering? What are you talking about?
Shh! I just want to make sure we're not overheard. We should go somewhere else. I don't feel safe talking here.
Oh, you're starting to concern me, Jowen.
I've been troubled. I'll explain. Come with me, please.
I wonder what he's up to.
We should be safe here.
All right. Speak. What is the problem?
A few months ago, I told you that I met a girl. This is Lily.
Oh, so this is Lily, the same woman that was just praying in the chapel. I was beginning to doubt her existence. One of the things, I don't know if you can see this down here, is you can say, this fat cow is your lover. We're not going to choose that, as that is not within Nadea's character at the slightest, but it's funny. I was beginning to doubt her existence with all the talk you had done of her, and I had not yet seen her face.
I was afraid to tell anyone. Lily was becoming a chantry priest. She's taken vows. Lily's been given to the chantry. She's not allowed to have relations with men. If anyone finds out, we'll both be in trouble.
Well, you can trust me. I won't tell anyone.
Thank you. I knew you'd stand by me.
In my mind, Jowen and Nadea have been friends since Nadea arrived at the tower, where Jowen sort of took her under his wing. And so she has a lot of caring for him, but sometimes he does annoy her. He's very worrisome. What is this all about? What is this all about, Jowen? Speak. Tell me.
Remember I said that I didn't think they wanted to give me my harrowing? I know why. They're going to make me tranquil. They'll take everything that I am from me. My dreams, hopes, fears, my love for Lily. All gone.
That is terrible. But yet it is better than dying.
Is it? It's just another kind of death. They'll extinguish my humanity. I'll just be a husk, breathing and existing, but not truly living.
You know, it seems to me that making someone tranquil could actually make them more dangerous, because then they don't have emotions, they don't have a conscience, I guess. Because what fuels your conscience is, negative emotions, feeling bad about something you've done. So I think that, that could actually be a problem. How did you find out about this, Jowan?
I saw the document on Grego's table. It authorized the right on Jowan, and Irving had signed it.
So what are your plans? What do you want to do?
I need to escape. I need to destroy my phylactery. Without it, they can't track me down. We need your help. Lily and I can't do this on our own.
Give us your word that you will help, and we will tell you what we intend.
Nadea still has faith in the tower and the circle, so she would ask, can you not explain everything to someone? There must be someone that can help, or would understand, or would listen. Especially since you have not been doing blood magic.
If we tell anyone, Lily will be punished. If you care about what happens to me, help us.
I do care. I don't want you to be made tranquil, especially against your will. I give you my word.
Thank you. We will never forget this.
So what are your intentions? What do you want to do?
I can get us into the repository, but there is a problem. There are 2 locks on the phylactery chamber door. The first enchanter and knight commander each hold 1 key. But it is just a door. There is power enough in this place to destroy all of Ferelden. What's a door to mages?
Well, I don't believe it could be that easy. There must be some magic involved in the door itself.
We have no choice. We cannot get our hands on both keys. I once saw a rod of fire melt through a lock. You could get one from the stockroom, but Owain doesn't release such things to apprentices.
And since Jowan is still an apprentice, and she is now part of the circle, he believes she can do it. Well then... Fine, I will go to the stockroom and retrieve this rod.
We should stay here. 1 mage at the stockroom will attract less attention than a mage, an apprentice, and an initiate.
I will be back soon. Stay here.
Good luck. Our prayers go with you.
Okay, so we have a new quest. And... Oh, and we also have some bookshelves, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. New codices. Here to look at. I do intend to read the codices. Let's see. I think we need to go this way. Yeah. But I do, wonder whether you guys would prefer me to read them. For you as well, too. I do think they add a lot of background to the story. But you may not be interested in having me read them. I wouldn't mind doing so. I think it's quite interesting. This is Owain, and this is the stockroom. Let's see what he has to say.
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
Okay, his voice creeps me out, seriously. Seriously creeps me out. I'm just creeped. I believe she would come straight, believing that she's a mage now and she has powers, like she is now part of the circle. She doesn't have to be afraid of asking for things that she needs. She would just ask directly for it without beating around the bush. Owain, I am in need of a rod of fire.
Rods of fire serve many purposes. Why do you wish to acquire this particular item?
I need the rod for my research into how things burn.
Here is the form, Request for Rod of Fire. Have it signed and dated by a senior enchanter. I will release a rod to you once I have the signed form.
Can we take anything we need from the stockroom?
It is procedure. I need a senior mage's authorization to release an item. Thank you.
Okay, I meant to say, can't we receive anything? So, there, she may be a mage, but she's not enough of a mage to be able to just waltz in and grab what she needs. So that means we have a small problem before us. We need to find a senior enchanter. Let's go over here to Gregor and see what he has to say.
I trust you saw Duncan back to his quarters?
Of course, First Enchanter. Yes, I did.
I'm glad you met him. He's a most honorable man.
You know, I'm thinking that she wouldn't, now that I think about it, she wouldn't go straight to this guy because if he's the one who signed the document, then he knows. I agree, it was my privilege to have met him.
Grey Wardens are peerless warriors who sacrifice all for our sakes. We can learn much from them. Now, did you need something?
Oh, shoot. Well, now we're stuck because I can't get out of this conversation, I don't think. So I'm pretty much either going to have to tell him, or, well, she could also deflect here. Sir, I couldn't help but noticing that you have books on blood magic on your desk.
I've removed them from the library. I was advised it might be unwise to leave them where any apprentice may read them. They will be put away somewhere very safe. Now, is there anything else?
Well, I'm pretty much stuck. She went straight to the big boss without thinking about it, and now she's pretty much going to have to tell because I can't get out of the conversation otherwise. When is Jowan going through the harrowing, sir? He's very worried.
When he is ready.
But, sir, he is ready now. At least as far as I can see, his skills are great.
I'm sure you think so, but it's not your place to decide. Why do you ask?
Oh, here, she can get out of this. It's nothing, sir. I'm sorry to waste your time.
Very well. I am here should you wish to discuss anything.
Okay, good. So, it looks like we need to find another senior enchanter. Because he's first enchanter, but we need a senior enchanter. Because Nadea would not tell on Jowan. That would go against her code. So let's see what we can find here. Ah, I see an exclamation point, which tells me that we have someone here that might be able to help us. Senior enchanter.
Yes?
Senior enchanter, I am needing a rod of fire for my experiments. Could you sign this form for me?
Rod of fire? No, I'm not signing this. I don't know what you need it for, and I barely know you. Ask someone else.
All right. But are you not a senior enchanter?
Senior enchanter, Leora, in charge of the Circle's laboratory. Is there something you want?
Well, at this point, she only has two choices, and so I'm going to have her ask this one, sort of deflect her and maybe bring her guard down. I'm curious, Senior Enchanter, this door over here, the locked door, what is it?
That leads to the Circle's cavern storerooms. There are caves running through the rock that the Circle is built upon. But of course, you know this.
I'm wondering, would I be able to, look inside the cavern?
No, I can't let anyone in there just now.
Is there a problem?
There are just things in there that I would prefer to keep safe.
But I am a mage now, and aren't the Circle stores meant to be used?
Yes, but I am in the midst of stock-taking, checking inventory, and I can't let anyone in there in case they mess things up. Yes.
So, have I interrupted you in the midst of your work? You are not in there doing anything?
Because I am taking a break. I hate the musty smell of caves, and Look, I'll tell you the truth. Just keep it to yourself. There is an infestation of spiders in the caves. I don't know how they got in there, but it's probably my fault. I was promoted to senior enchanter less than a fortnight ago, and I don't want anyone to find out. They'll think I'm incompetent.
Well, then, we both have needs that must be met. If you sign this form, I'll be happy to deal with your spiders.
Oh, your form for the Rod of Fire. Yes, I could do that, if you clear out the infestation.
Fine, it is agreed.
Wonderful. Here is the key. Oh, and be careful in there. I'd really like to keep the damage done to the Circle's property to a minimum.
And we have a new quest, Infested Storerooms. So I'm going to end the episode here. In the next episode, we're going to go spider hunting. In this room here, behind this door, which we have now obtained the key in order to get a Rod of Fire to help our friend Jowan. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below and encourage me. And if you loved what you saw, join the party and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode of Dragon Age Origins. Thank you, as always, for watching. Get every new Jessa Channel video right in your email inbox. Subscribe, then from your YouTube homepage, click Manage Subscriptions, then check Email with new uploads.